Hey, good morning. It is Tuesday. Wow, it happened again. Tuesday. Hey, grab your red cup of coffee and your red Bible, and let's get to it, shall we? I've been really thinking about this question. What kind of an example am I leading? What kind of an example am I showing? And one of the things that I watch is I watch my toddler. I'll watch McCoy when he's not toddling anymore. He's running and climbing and jumping and everything. Just constantly getting into stuff. And I'm asking myself, what kind of an example am I showing him? Am I leading him? What is he seeing me do? And what is he wanting to do? And then I asked the same question for Landon. What is he seeing me do? And how is that encouraging him? How is that leading him? How is that coaching him? And as a dad, I am a coach. I'm coaching my sons, and some of the most influential coaches in my life have been individuals that I was able to follow their example, and they came alongside me at times. They chewed me out when I needed it. They built me up, they affirmed me, and they showed me how to do things. And a lot of times it was just watching them do it, and they weren't even aware that I was watching. Remember in college, I would travel once in a while with my college coaches. He would go speak at different places, and I would sit back and I would watch him engage a group of people. I would watch him engage individuals. I would watch him communicate. I would watch him communicate with referees at tournaments and stuff. I'd watch him communicate with other coaches, with other teammates. And I was constantly watching and observing and learning from him. And so I've been thinking about that. What am I teaching my two youngest? What am I teaching them? What am I teaching my two oldest? What are they seeing in me? What are they watching? What are they gleaning from me? And so as I was thinking about that, I was in okay, I'm going to do a little research and find out what the Bible has to say about fatherly coaching, so to speak. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 10 through 12, it says this: "You are witnesses, and God also, how holy and righteous and blameless was our conduct towards you believers. For you know how, like a father with his children." So there's this example, there's this fatherly coaching. We encouraged you. So there's okay, you know what our testimony is. You saw what we did. You were involved in that process, and we were in terms that we would use today is the aspect of coaching, mentoring, modeling. And he says, we did this as if we were your own fathers, modeling and mentoring you and encouraging you and coaching you. As I look at this passage, it says here in verse 12, he says, we exhorted each of you and encouraged you and charged you to walk in a manner worthy of God, who calls you into his own kingdom and glory. And so when I look at this and I was considering verse 12 and really kind of looking at, and then I did this little more outside research, and there are some thoughts that I found and some ideas that I was thinking on. That this example, primarily fatherly coaching, is an example coaching. You're leading by example. It's like that song, that country song, "I've been watching you." My son said a 4-letter word. "Son, where'd you learn to talk like that?" "Well, Dad, I've been watching you." Oops. And then later in the song, he says, "Son," he saw his son praying. He goes, "Son, where did you learn to pray like that?" He goes, "Well, Dad, I've been watching you." a great song, great implications for us to consider that, yes, our children are watching us. And so there's this aspect of this where we want to move them by our example, where we're coming alongside them. The first two words there, and all of these words are encouraging. All these words are affirming. They are these three terms: exhort, encourage, and charge. These are positive words, and the idea here is that we are helping them move. We're helping them move by our example, by coming alongside them. We're helping them move to do something, A, willingly, B, helping them to do something joyfully, and finally, we would have that we're helping them to do something carefully. To do something carefully and to live a careful life, to live this idea of urging them to live a careful life before God, a life that is pleasing to Him. And that is, there's this aspect here where, the first two, willing or exhort, encourage, we're coming alongside, and this aspect of urging or charging, this carries the idea of showing them how to do something. And it's just a very, very powerful aspect where we're really thinking about these three words and how the implications for me as a dad, and maybe even coaching somebody else or encouraging somebody else. How do I do that? How do I model? How do I mentor? And a lot of it comes back to this fatherly type coaching where we are coming alongside and we are instructing them in the faith. We're teaching them. We're exhorting them. We're helping them to move willingly in a direction towards God. And then we have the second aspect of encouragement and being joyful in that. And this is talking about the incentives for following Jesus. Yes, there are incentives for following Jesus, and they're very positive. Love, joy, peace. Those are very positive attributes for sure. And as we consider those aspects, and we're helping them move in following Jesus and showing them that aspect that there is incentives for this, and that those are encouragements. Those are encouragements where you're, again, helping them to move joyfully, to do something joyfully. And then we have, I was just listening to somebody the other day, and he was talking about having a gospel conversation with people. And he said, going to this place to have a gospel conversation with people, he didn't want to do it. It was a battle. It was a struggle. And then after he actually went and did it, afterwards on the backside, the joy and fulfillment that he had from sharing the gospel was huge. But getting to that point, I mean, you had to be willing to go. And he got there, and afterwards the rewards were just phenomenal for that. And then we see this aspect of urging them to live carefully before God. And this is insights, again, on how we make this a reality in each day. How do we do this? And again, that's modeling it before him, showing how to do it. That's me watching my coach. That's me watching my dad. That's my sons watching me. That's you watching whoever you watch, or who's watching you. There's that thought. That country song, Dad, I've been watching you. Well, that's it for now. Have a good one.